It's your girl Jolaf Sweet. As you all know, tonight is the show, and then we are live on the Most TV. Kindly go on Facebook, share the link. This one is not Alpha R. This one is the D show. Share the link to everyone, your friends, anyone you see online. Kindly share the link. Share the link on Facebook, WhatsApp statuses, YouTube Reels, and Facebook stories. Anywhere you think you have friends who can watch the show, comment, like, and share, and then also have their or show their ideas on the program. Thank you. So I have my guest with me here. I would like to introduce him. He's the person of Pastor Ellis. So, man of God, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Hey, okay, so just introduce yourself a bit to your viewers.
Good evening, everyone. This is Ellis Ohineba Usu, so you can call me ELMYMC.
Kaish.
And I'm here on this evening's show, and this is just something that I believe strongly that we all sitting down to view, we will all know that at least we have something better going on here in our studio. So please just tune in, watch with us, and just go on these few minutes of interaction, and I believe you'll be blessed. Yeah,
exactly. You'll be blessed. Very, very blessed. So tonight, Minister Ellis is ready for the discussion. We have a very beautiful topic on board. But before we dive into the topic, I'd like to ask you yourself how your ministry began, the family you are related with. I mean, a little bit about yourself. And I saw scripture myself. Where are the most self? So just tell us a little bit about yourself. Maybe where you grew up.
Okay, Ellis Ohineba Usu. I have spent most of my life here in Tema and Ashaiman.
Okay.
And we didn't just get here. We went through the mill. We went through process. And you can't get a microwaved human being. There's nothing like that. You have to go through the mill. And all these years in Ashaiman, we didn't just become ministers as people presume it. I don't really like to use that word ministers because everybody is a minister. You are not restricted because you are holding a microphone that guarantees you as a minister. No. Okay. Everybody is a minister, provided you have not found your bearing. So my life started here in Ashaiman and in Tema. I'm a member of Christ Apostolic Church International, CAC.
Okay.
Specifically Ashaiman Middle East. So okay. Middle East for Mishram. And we've been through it step by step. I didn't just get here. I started as an usher in my church.
Wow.
Yeah, from scratch as an usher. And even till now, I sweep my church room.
Oh, really?
Yes. I started as an usher, swept my church room from scratch. And God being so good. You see, when the Bible says, to whom more is given, more is expected. You are not just given. Something has to just come in play. And when your capacity is built enough, you are given more. So I started as an usher, went through the mill from scratch. Then my spiritual father granted me grace. Reverend Enoch Nimakon. Baby, I will be a sofo. Yamishra, Obeni Yao. Yamishra, he's in Obuasi now.
Okay.
He took me from scratch, began to work on me in the place of prayer and word. So anytime he go for his personal waiting, I go with him. I was like his body armor. That's how I can put it. His personal secretary to him. Not in quote as a sorry secretary. No. He's just somebody he can relate stuff with. And he really opened my eyes in a lot of things. We go for program, he will tell me, yeah, we preach we are leading Bible. It's me preaching Chronut. And he is somebody who placed me there to the point that his 3-year stay in Ashaiman, when he was leaving in 2016, everywhere we went to, every sermon he preached, I made a book for him.
Okay.
So it means I didn't follow him because me this software. I followed him because me person me baby. So that is how we got here. Then God being so good, prayer and word, we were growing, and God added singing. Even though the singing was there, but now I'm polishing.
And oh,
nyame gusu hu ye mobo. So we were going through the process gradually. Then I became the MD for my church.
Oh wow.
Many people don't know. I don't like saying this, but
you said it.
I became the MD for my church. Served for like 3 years under my boss. My boss, Minister Ruben. Ashama for no. Accra tema no. I'm on you baby. I will be or Dubai. So he handed over to me. I worked my way through, built some people by the grace of God. Then I handed over peacefully because position is not possession. I had to just let go and do other stuff. So me doing ministry, as people would take it, it didn't just start like this. Ministry simply means serving. So we have served from scratch till where we are now. And I believe God will take us to greater height. So basically that's something small about me. Then alongside MC, need the a secondary issue.
Okay. Into one kasano what work do you do?
This question, I give answers based on who is asking the question.
Okay, this is the most
so I can tell you, I am professionally. But my main professional
okay.
Professionally, I'm a medical lab scientist.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm a medical lab scientist. Dr. Papa Namtiano. So.
Hospital bay.
Yeah. Currently, I'm not in a specific hospital. I do my personal screenings here and there. That is what I do. But I'm into other research labs doing 1 or 2 things. But professionally, something you can ask me, license when me to me the actual street saying I'm a professional medical lab scientist.
Okay. So are you married?
Oh, not yet. But if God permits, very soon.
Very soon.
I'll get married.
That's powerful.
Right. I'll get married.
Okay. So how long have you been in the ministry? Not the singing side, the pastoral ministry.
Interestingly, I'm not a pastor.
Wow.
The reason why I'm saying I'm not a pastor is because in my church setting, CAC, this is a class of the school.
Hey, okay.
Me, my sorry, no, your class of the school.
Okay.
Wait to me, I saw your elder, you say, by your friend, you are not a pastor. So, interestingly, I can say that the works I do is what people see and they call
you a pastor. Okay.
But if you ask me whether I'm a pastor, I'll tell you no. I will tell many people that they should call me Sir Ellis. That is the name many of them call me, even including my pastors that have left assignment. Sir Ellis, because I've been teaching from scratch. And that is it. As I said earlier, ministry is service. So if you want to know how long I've been in ministry, I can say from the time I started serving, I've been in ministry. Because the Bible says the one who is young to serve is greater to lead. So we've been there for a while. Yeah. We've been there for a while.
Okay.
But I have a non-denominational prayer group. That one we have been here for 6 years. This year will be our 6th year. Prayer Train Global Network. First, the name was Prayer Train. But when I checked on Facebook some years back, now will be on Yusu. But when I checked, I saw Mama Nyamishra. Her group is the Prayer Train. Then I changed it. Because mean sure prayer train and you'll be the. Then I just prayed about it, just thinking through, and God granted grace, and the name switched to Prayer Train Global Network. So this year is our 6th year. Every year we do an annual program, prophetic session, then we do a music part in addition. So last year we hosted Uncle Ato and other senior prophets in Ghana here. This year too, we are looking forward to host another big artist. Then we continue from there. Okay.
So we actually have a topic. So we have a topic to discuss tonight.
All right.
Which is the more reason why the most TV are far. So we need to teach you because when I say and then the other boss for my pa. So the topic is the life of a young gospel. Also when you're pastor.
Oh, don't worry. It be a friend. What's interestingly, to me who Jesus now friend prophet Jesus.
Okay.
Very good. A Juma no be yanu na fresh krona or the man.
Okay.
So to you can call me pastor. But my childhood friend I'm in it now. A Mandela Park or na your Bobo Sakasaka Park. No whom your best friend in football name.
Oh, okay.
So it means obia ni baby a ohu o character bia ode no efrel. So if you call me pastor, no problem. I'll gladly accept. Your fanya me adwuma fa adwuma pa. So
okay.
Manya atai na me pastor me the radius.
So the life of a young pastor, at the same time a gospel minister.
Yes, sir.
And say what's on you? We are nyame adwuma. Enyum so say nyame adwuma.
Ni nyina nyame adwuma.
But then ministry gospel ministry, the singing ministry is quite different from the pastoral ministry. So how is the life about it? How do you do it? How do you combine it? We understand.
Yeah, before that Mamile Foundation way. Ministry is in diverse folds. You see, ministry is in diverse folds, and everyone has a unique ministry. Ministry is in diverse folds, and everyone has a unique ministry. Obi no more. Interestingly, the person can be a very good gospel minister.
Okay.
Very, very good gospel minister. But don't to me, sorry. So.
Okay.
And it's unfortunate that many of our, forgive me if those who are watching want to crucify me, don't start crucifying me yet. I'll get there. Many of our young coming ministers would love to pastor churches, of which now onyam build a capacity. Sorry, so. But obi wo hono mo a obetumi ahwe so pa. Somebody is very good, intelligent in that way. God has granted them grace to do that work. But as I said earlier, ministry is in diverse folds. So if, as you were saying it earlier, that pastoral side of it, I will cite examples. There is this man of God in Ghana here. His name is Pastor Isaiah Fusukwache.
Okay.
His son is this guy who did a rendition of Yahweh Sabaoth with Okute.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I've forgotten his name, Sisiakra. And this man is a pastor. He preaches the word, he takes his time, he do all what we will put quote and unquote or software juma, and he ministers as well.
Okay.
Utumu said they are all like he has been there. And if you are to take time and analyze his profile very well, you would know that one started prekope ambambe yes of jumano maybe no tonyomo na oyesi or kwenim. That was why I said earlier, I said anytime God wants to give something to you, he looks at what you are doing from scratch. Everybody have a primary something God has attached them for. When I started sweeping church room, nobody knew I could sing.
Okay.
So if you see me holding microphone doing prophetic, it is not about me. The one who saw my heart and knew that this guy is genuine, I want him to do prophetic ministry for me. He granted me that grace. So if you want to do music and do good music, who will be aware ready to obey music? Whoever knew Dr. Sonny Bedu, Eja Lion, Yamshira, Dr. Sonny Bedu will ever come and preach and do prophetic and deliverance service.
Okay.
Immediately you mention Dr. Sonny Bedu, open the floodgate, Ghana for Betuama. But when he was going on, and God, whose name is the rewarder, if you read Hebrews 11 verse 6, his name is the rewarder of those who diligently seek him. Now he began to reward the man with deliverance and prophetic ministry. Okay. And now, because not Dr. Sonny Bedu shenkom da ben. And yes, was shenkom da ben yo. Papa no share na kumano. No, this guy. Baby, I want me ananti do me the way ka homa na. So that is it. I don't really want to limit it to gospel ministry ni danche na pastoral ministry ni danche. Uko jina na utu nyaminyoma. Scriptures are involved. So basically, answer question me te wasi ya. Answer nipa no why specific say me pese me disoff me was sorry we me sha sorry we so and na all satonyum. It happens. Uncle Ato, Reverend Alexandra Bruce Kote, if I'm right. Oh, was sorry wo Tema Community 8. Oye ni sofu juma, all right. Sunday oya sorry preachy pepe. O started 7 upon 9 wapon. Ni sofu di no. O wa no be a friend sofu a program we brabe tonyum wa ha. and he does the two at the same time. Who create time mad, you know. I know a man of God on your Sunday morning service, or a good minister, or tunyum pepe, or a Sunday evening, or morning, no, or sorry, or my inviting of a cotunyum, but evening, no, 5 to 7. Wapon the sofu jumano. Now our other ministrations be more on sorry beer from 7:30 kono. Or my bookina or any ministration or befi. A sending a wobe to time, no, and a better say a jumana will wafa to so no. Oh yeah, now we if I'm right with my answer, I think this one is what I can give. Yeah.
Okay. It's so far no. So you're also a pastor.
Oh, farmer me, pastor, me patapana me pastor. Oh,
you're also in the pastoral ministry.
Yeah, boy,
the same thing. You're serving, and then you are in the music as well. It's combination. Okay, say it all depends on how the person schedules the time, right? Some material yeah. And so far, they say yeah, sorry, now upon program wako. And then you have your own program too. Sebia, you have to do it. Does it mean that when you are doing the music program yourself, the time comes where you have to prophesy, God has told you something to do. Will you do it in the midst of the program? Sebia, music, yes, you are worshiping, and then God open your eyes to see something to say or to prophesy or that kind of. The pastoral side has to enter into the music side. Are you going to follow?
It is part of it. You can't take one out and leave one. Just that it's unfortunate how we blend them.
Okay.
I went to a church to MC. Officially, this year is my 8th year as an MC. I went to this church to MC a program and worship, right? Opening worship. Now a fresh guest minister. This guest minister took the microphone, sang first song, second song. He started prophesying. I went for the microphone.
Okay.
No, we didn't call you to come and prophesy to anybody. You see, the Bible said the gift of a prophet is subject to the prophet. Oh, are the issue to me? Intina before be more inviting about or shan command baby to me pon. And that's all pon and come nasa and sign. Or share time, or share baby at them. Because if you come to a church in East Legon, example, 7 to 9 we are done. And you come and about 9:30 you go to professor about 11. Are you sure the people will come tomorrow?
No.
They will not come.
But
they are business-minded people. You see, elite, no, you can't do this in US. That is why most Ghanaian pastors, Yaka Ghana, to me preaching kotogo. Because we can't work with time. If Menka say prophetic no, I can't say that. Yafre say brabetonyum. If you come and you sing. If God shows you something, you should be so diligent with what you are doing that your friend is and it is 10 minutes. And 10 minutes, I am done. Okay. Immediately you finish singing and whatever. If I was singing, I saw something about you. I saw something about our boss here. And I am done and I drop the microphone or hand over the microphone to the MC. I can call you. At that point, you called me purposely to come and lead holy opening worship. And I am done. If you call me as a guest minister, Charlie also for Yama 1 hour, only never be a program you, brother to you. Someone who said I'm administration it you. Oh, okay, sir. And so for the Anyanko point the better Akuma should be a Brabe, no, I have to hear them in 1 hour. If 1 hour is what you have given me. So if I sing my worship and praise it or whatever, and I start prophetic in part, in addition to them, Mamini within that time. And says a prophetic native first one, they didn't really call you to come and give them prophetic. A bar just an advantage. Now the account. So purposely when I am ministering, and maybe along the line, you just pick the signal. And you see the prophetic works in an intense atmosphere. And when the atmosphere is right, every good prophet, I'm using good, be a bad, be more warning at the end. But every good prophet who comes in contact with a genuine atmosphere. Look at Saul. Saul wasn't a prophet. But the Bible said when he met the prophet Samuel, he told him, when you are going, you meet group of prophets coming and they will be singing and doing this. When you get them, you also prophesy. The guy was like, okay, but when he got there, the atmosphere was right. Somebody who has never been a prophet before began to prophesy. It is because atmosphere is right. So if you get to a place and you are ministering songs and you prophesy, and you now can a prophetic word now the movie. Order way me empire say I didn't know see we sheni panenkom a true song on a melody now the year jumano. But if you pause it, free we no action come free we no action. Ni na ye jumani bi ba enu nti ne free wana. No.
Yeah.
That is it. So a senya would into Namaka say a blend no and a problem. If your frost bra beto nyoma, me a winning at Tonyum and Kwanako.
Okay.
A senya would do huni. Later you be say guy no or yeah prophetical. It do prophetic gathering, they will call you to come and do that.
Okay.
Yes. There is this one man of God I hosted 2 years ago. His name is Elsia. Many people know him as Praise Giant.
Oh, okay.
One powerful guy. When he's doing prophetic here, you run away. But when you call him for program, so that is how it is. The blend is our problem. Thank you.
Okay. And see, blending in a hard drink pan.
Yeah, many a times.
So even if it's your own program, you still maintain. If it's a gospel program, you still maintain. Even when there's prophecy, when yet.
A music program. I remember you are not the only minister on the program.
Okay, but you are now your host.
No, I remember last year when I hosted Uncle Ato. Me that was the host that people think I'm the, many a time I don't even say I'm the host. I'm part of the program. God is the host. I didn't minister more than 10 minutes.
Like singing?
Yes.
Why?
I think the people didn't really come to see me.
Okay.
They really came to enjoy the program. Oh, Uncle Ato beba yenko soki ni worship ni bi. It is not a mean to mean to na no. By the time you did Juma, by 9:15, 9:20, we were done. No, you're packing your money. Not because you can't do sing. If you really want to sing, and include prophetic, reduce the ministers on your bill. You can get time and do program. And it's simple.
Okay.
That is the advice mostly I give to some of the ministers. And they want to beat me because and you will program when I bet you. No wonder they will do program and people will just come when it's 8 o'clock, they pick their bags and go home. Because about 9 answer na main wow you host so co-host no baby administration who will sit down and listen to you.
Okay, so you yourself you are a pastor, you're a singer.
Yes, sir.
Pastor in the Mekasa.
Oh, me pastor.
What are your weaknesses
in terms of
the pastoral side ministry or the singing ministry?
Sometimes you're getting people who are committed for the job. It's difficult. It's like what you people are doing here in the Most TV. It's a tedious job, which is not just for one person.
Okay.
Yes, not for one person. You should get more than 5-10 people, like a whole team, and everybody is just there. The people want to show up for you, that kind of thing. But sometimes you struggle with instrumentalists. You struggle with sound engineers. Even with backing vocalists, you struggle.
Why? What makes you think so? What cause all the problem? Is this a month you can say? Or they also have.
Let me speak for myself. Maybe the rest can speak for themselves.
Okay.
Any minister I have hosted on Lambano, that is the team of the program every year.
Okay.
Even before you get there, your envelope is there.
Okay.
Whether you sing 2 minutes, you sing 5 minutes, I wanted to give you X amount. The X amount is in the envelope. I don't wait for you to raise fund for me.
Okay.
Yes, that is what I do.
So you give it to them before they.
So so if a can God has granted us grace, people would genuinely and willingly support us to do what we are doing. We want to just do everything. So it is not about Yentio Mukai. It's for you to get genuine people. Charlie, a 6 and 6 o'clock, people should be there. It's not a 6 and it is 7:30. Your drama is now coming. You are not serious. You can't do that with me. Juma. Me funny say Juma because I am Juma. Juma now call office near 7. I'll be 7. Charlie, we are playing this program. Yeah, rehearsal. Charlie, rehearsal starts 7 and 7:30. Charlie, where are they? Okada top are they come? I'll tell you, don't come.
But you might not know the circumstances.
Circumstance. We just a Bruni name circumstance. Bringing in circumstance. So from the scratch, we give room for some things, but it doesn't have to go beyond it.
Okay.
Today we are meeting at 7 a studio. You book it 2 hours. Then 7 we have to go. Then you wait. Then 7:30. Charlie me wa fare wa fi na me ba. And you know we booked the place for 2 hours. Then you get to the place 8:30. Now I realize and how many hours? So because of 2 hours net dua yashi yaboka. Because of should we buy another 2 hours? So you see, it tells how people are not really attaching some sense of seriousness to the things of God. And if I want to extend it outside my box, I can say sometimes too, it is how some of the men of God and ministers treat the people they are working with. Your sound guy, your instrumentalist, and the rest. How you treat them will also depend on how they will respond to you. I have one guy, I've come here with him, Selom. When I call him, Charlie, we go the most TV. Also for what time? Charlie, we forget there before 7:30. 6:30, you call me. Charlie, me we me bow. I'm saying, yes, I'm for Kanko. And that is somebody I can close my eye everywhere and recommend him.
Okay,
because his timing.
Conscious.
And yes, or bossing you. In fact, there are 1,001 people who can play better than him.
Okay.
But I go with him. Why? The time.
So think some more time in Tina.
Most people do more time. So you can't go on rehearsal session with musician and the near brace or bay nyamia jumapa. No say branaya. No about 9:30, 9:40, 10 o'clock. There be yes, our first the best when you master. Baby do baby no. On fraud. And all you no show the no pet will be your best substitute. Only will be your best substitute. No. It was off, they call me for program. Oh, make no worry, I will call you. I will call you now in Frewa. I said, yes,
okay, thank you very much. So, please, you're watching live. This is the show. Can you put your comments at the comment section? And the topic is the life of young pastors in ministry and also those in gospel ministry. So if you are a singer or you're a pastor, I want to know your challenges in the ministry, how you combine both works together, how you make sure you get people to work or help you in the ministry. And see also for
yes,
do you get sponsors when it comes to you organizing programs?
That is one major challenge for me. But interestingly, this is what I do. I don't really get sponsorship. Say Nipa way say me sponsor, but I believe that you can start in the little you have.
Okay.
When you begin to do it well and very consistent, people will come and support what you are doing.
Okay.
Nobody leave something that is really working. They know that this is working. Pan with Jan saying what was no. But when it is working and they see that no, Charlie, baby at the end corner, future be wadi anymore. When they are pushing their money, they don't think about it.
Okay.
That is it. So personally, I don't really get sponsors. Say, Obi Ejina Charlie, we your program be a bra, mema 2,000, mema 5,000. No. But as I am doing the program and they begin to see how it is yielding results, people support me. There is one woman in my church. Me started program say she wouldn't come and say, we not fast started. But once the program is going on and Sunday you be we program and we are doing worship program, then she will just come and surprise me like that. It's because of just any idea no corner then she will just come and support me. And when I go, oh mama, me that's nyami, she was oh Debbie, we crash. Next time we go with him. It means people are looking at what you are doing.
Okay.
If you don't pull weight, no. Nobody will invest in something that is not yielding results. That is it. So I don't personally get sponsorship, but in my little way, I just gather myself within my capacity. When I'm moving on and people are seeing the weight of what I'm doing, the support will just show up. So that is what I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So has there been any way that you felt like giving up in the pastoral ministry?
No.
Why?
Obi obokro no kra anya na you so be give up. Me am anya me adwuma na me give up.
But people see pastoral ministry as a person be like some lazy job.
Mami lay foundation bin chira.
Okay.
I am a pupil teacher. Me nyep manko teacher training
school.
I didn't really go to
a training
college.
Okay.
But I I believe strongly it was a gift God gave me. In fact, when you teach me how to do this camera, and it took me 1 week, and I struggled, and learned how to do it very well. I will teach you in 30 minutes.
Is it renewed style, renewed skills, or what?
That is how God has given me such gift. What I struggle to learn, I don't struggle to teach people.
Okay.
No. Every student I have ever taught, I have taught for 11 years. I've taught primary, I've taught GHS, I've taught SHS, double track, I've taught remedial students. I have taught them.
So how did the teachers or the headmasters or mistresses see you before employing you? And personal teaching?
No, you definitely, that's why I said earlier, you start from somewhere.
Okay.
I started teaching from scratch, GHS, right after SHS. I was just teaching. They needed a maths and science teacher. And I'm a science student from scratch, my background. Then I went there. The woman saw how I was teaching. He was like, I can't leave you. Come and teach my student. And she saw the results. So that is it. When you begin to assume that men of God, most people feel men of God have this assignment and they are lazy. Wait until you go and do deliverance and you come home and you can't sleep. And you know that is not for lazy people.
Okay.
No, for you to even pray higher for 1 hour, go and check whether lazy people can do that work. No lazy person, even in our church, pray for 5 minutes. You see the number of people going out to urinate 7 times.
No one there is everywhere.
And you want to tell me Sofujuma is for lazy people to even prepare sermon? No, it's not for lazy people. What do you mean now? Why you can't do the work of God? You can't do ministry. Many people feel it is for lazy people because of how we understand it. Okay. But I teach. Say Ellis, I was teaching. People saw what I'm doing. Even some people still need me to teach. But I told them, I have chalk for the meantime. I teach. I was making coins from there. I am a lab scientist by profession. I go and work. Okay. I'm not lazy. I MC. 9 years now, I'm MCing programs. I do event program via me MC. I told a friend of mine I don't do pub and a nightclub. That one the income. So any people, a group of people that so full programs, no, give it to this guy. I'll recommend some few people to go and do pub and restaurant and nightclub for you. But me, it is gospel kind of stuff, wedding and stuff. So all these things are work that I do.
Okay.
You see, and aside that too, adding this three to ministry, and easy. So if you feel sense of humanity for lazy people, there, wait until you just get opportunity to lead a group of people, and you would know how difficult it is.
But how is it like being a pastor in Ghana?
Wow, it is a blessing.
Is it for your side or for anyone who is a pastor in Ghana?
It is a blessing for everybody. Now, this is how it is. Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa. Nigeria is a home of apostles.
Okay.
Unless you are not a student of revival. I like learning. And you see, I will come to one of some few key things I listed that I want to share to my few colleagues here. But if you want to really know deep into the apostolic ministry and learn word, as in Nipane word, the person is preaching. Nigeria. That is I can see from the records I have and from what I have studied and from books I have read. Nigeria is the headquarters for all apostles. Wow. All the charismatic movement we are seeing in Ghana, you're tapping free Nigeria.
Okay.
Who is the father of all charismatic movement in Ghana? His Eminence, the Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams. Who is his spiritual father? Archbishop Benson Idahosa. Archbishop Benson Idahosa Ofrinfa, Nigeria. Okay. So that is where he tapped that. Then everybody. When you come to Ghana, Ghana is the home for prophets. If you really want to know deep, genuine prophet, Bragana. If you want to know deep teachers and evangelists, go to South Africa.
Okay.
So you see, being in Ghana is a blessing. because you have to start from somewhere. When you get opportunity to go outside Ghana, that does not mean Ghana so because of your pocket and your stomach.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we are still live, and then I want to read some comments. Is it Ashman Lobinia? Okay. She's watching live. Said hi, madam. Comfort, you're looking sweet. Thank you. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. Please keep the comments at the comment section so that we'll read and then we'll interact with you whilst online. Okay, so also for Yen you're a pastor.
Mm-hmm.
Singing side need because I realized that you are not doing much of it. So
I do. But I don't go out for programs like first. When I started going out for program, most of the ministers were not there.
Okay.
But it was low key. I don't like to show myself. Hey, this guy, no.
So how do you do it?
If I'm coming to Divine Healers and I come and minister in Divine Healers will know I'm a minister of gospel music and stuff like that. When I'm done with Divine Healers, I go back to my small room and I still go and practice and learn. I don't go and put them on social media and make noise that I came to Divine Healers. I don't do that. There are some churches I go and they give me invite. I wouldn't put on my status, I'm going to church A. No. Oh, child, last time we saw you in church A, sir. Glory to God. I will not come and make that noise. No. There's one guy who is my baba. His name is Smooth. He's at Vaco Flat. When we started singing, he was there from scratch. He knows me very well.
Okay.
That is it. So you see, I do that one, but
it's low key.
I just do it on a low.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice.
The ending common now
Anything common they say, as you're a pastor. Now also won't worry. But if you are what worry, now we are for each year. We die no. And I say I mean come bro for in peace. Will you leave your wife or you bring her in front of the whole church and say my wife,
bring her in front of the whole church?
But you married her in front of the whole church.
And you bring her in front of the whole church and come and disgrace her.
Not disgrace her, but it's a question though. So you will tell me how you are going to do your own.
Okay, I'm listening.
Or will you bring her in front of the church that my wife has cheated on me, to become a scapegoat for the members so that they will also not do that?
Why?
And now say you take them to family members, or how will you handle
You are
this
bringing
issue?
your wife in front of the church members for them to know your wife cheated on you, or you are doing that for you to let the church members come and marry you as the pastor?
So you are the pastor, so tell us how you will do it.
Interestingly, the Bible said something.
Okay.
He said it is only this adulterous lifestyle that can break marriages. That's what was stated by Apostle Paul as he was led by the Spirit of God. Interestingly, he made a comment from the scripture. He said, if your wife does that and you still want her, you can take her back.
Is it once, twice, or 3 times?
He didn't state whether it's once or twice or 3 times. He said if your wife does that and you want her, you can take her back.
But there's a part in the Bible where it says, unless she continues, like for some time.
Hey, then unless you read for me, because I've not seen it in the Bible.
Like if your wife cheats on you,
your first, I say first food no be food, second food be food.
It depends on you. Maybe some wife you forgive them the first time, then the second time you see them going back into it again. What really causes that for a pastor's wife to cheat on the husband?
Interestingly, I am not there yet, so I can't talk plenty.
But your experience so far, like seeing people, or you've had a lot of divorces.
I've not seen them because it's their personal life. But what I can see, my little view, is that from scripture, if your wife does that and you want her, you still go for your wife. If you don't want her, you take her to the family and they know that this person have returned our daughter, and you just part ways. And that is all.
So what will
but
be your
that
answers?
One, the Bible even stated that even if you separate, anybody who go and marry that divorced person will also be judged in a way. But you see, when it happens that way, and the two of you come in agreement that with the family that this is the situation. We can't continue like this. And due diligence is made. You have sorted the lady out. You have also sorted yourself out. Everybody has moved in their own way. You can move on, because I believe strongly that in heaven there is no marriage. So if you are to peacefully allow her to go, for you to also have your peace of mind, I think there is no problem. But you see, one thing in Ghana here is that when a man of God has problem with their wife, many people tend to blame the man of God. And you see, they forgot that they are human beings before God used them as his vessel. You see, because they are human beings, you can do things that you don't like as a human. But God still wants you, because we are still messes and God picked us. So I think God in his own wisdom and his own mercy will know how to judge us in the right time. But for now, I can just say, if your wife have done something, or the man has done something, and you feel you can continue with him, you just continue with him.
Okay, so if you know you are a pastor, or you are in this situation, please, the comments belongs to you. Just put it there, and then when next we come live, we'll review it and keep the discussion also ongoing. So my guest is Pastor Ellis, or musician Ellis. Anyone? He will introduce himself for the last time before we go offline. So thank you all very much for watching. And as you know, we are in the month of March, which is streamathon, the most streamathon. We are streaming for the whole month of March. And see, if you have your church which is around the community, please put the name of the church in the comment section, or you call 0551 784157 and give the name of the church, your location, time, and then it's only on Sundays. So please kindly give me the info, or just DM Demos TV on message, SMS or WhatsApp or Facebook message. Please kindly put the name of the church there. This whole match is just this match. So only on Sundays, and give us time date. It's free. You will not pay anything. This offer is just for March, only on Sundays. Thank you very much. So, Apostle Ellis,
yes,
you give us your last.
Yeah, the question stated that there is a lifestyle of the minister. In addition to the question, the lifestyle of the gospel minister. Yeah. There are some 3 key points I want to share, and I think I'll just wrap up from here.
Sure.
The first one is, if you are a gospel minister or a pastor, or you are doing both, you should be constant in the word of God and in prayer.
Okay.
Because you can't go and stand there and sing. What are you singing? You are singing the word. The Bible says in John 6:63, it says, the word that I speak to you, they are spirit and they are life. So if the word is spirit and you are not eating the word to give people the word, what are you really giving them? Okay. So you should grow in a place of prayer and the word. And secondly, you should be somebody who is open to learning.
Okay.
Yeah. You have to learn, you have to relearn, you have to unlearn. Yes. Learning is something that you can't do away with. In fact, the day you stop learning is the day you start dying.
Okay.
So if you really want to grow as a minister of the word, as a pastor or a minister in gospel setting, you should be somebody who is open to learning. You should be learning. You should be unlearning some things. You should be relearning. You go to some place, you learn something new, you take something off. You go to some place, you learn this, you take this off, you add this. Then it means you are rather growing. But if you are not going in that perspective, then I think you are not ready to grow. And that is what Pastor Nathaniel Bassi said in Ghana, and Ghanaians wanted to beat him. Yes. That we should learn how to sing in the foreign dialect than our local dialect. What he said was that we should unlearn and learn some things. If you go to Nigeria and they will just look at you like that.
They will stand. They will just
not that the atmosphere is no good, though. It is very good, but
they don't understand.
Very good. When this Ghanaians, we don't understand.
Yes.
But we are just flowing with the song because of the atmosphere. Yes. People will flow with it, but aside God granting your song grace to fly to the nations of the earth, you should also make up your mind that I will learn. You can't remain in Ghana forever. You should be learning and unlearning and relearn. And it will help us to go forward. And the last one I can add up is that we should have more exposure. We should have more exposure as musicians and men of God. Yeah, positive exposure, to be precise. Positive exposure. Obi or your ministers on call baby other. Unless you have called them to minister at a program, they will never go anywhere. And you can see that this person is not exposed. But the best way to teach somebody is to expose them positively, and you'll be blessed.
But is it not the same thing that, I don't want to use the word the pastors, but most people, when singers are they have upcoming singers in their church, they don't want them to be going for programs, be going out to sing. Why do they do that?
It is insecurity.
Okay.
Many of the pastors feel that if I allow you to go for programs, very soon you wouldn't come to our church again. And that is a problem I have with some of our ministers. It is not wrong for you to go to different places. But you going around and roaming here and there, you can't grow.
Okay.
You can't grow. You can go and sing and you are all over the place. But are you sure you are growing? You can't grow. So, there is this man, Bishop Dag Heward Mills.
Okay.
Anywhere he goes, he carries one lady along. Her personal singer. The Lighthouse people call her BDO. Okay. BDO means bring down oil.
Okay.
Yeah. Before Bishop Dago mount, she has to sing. Her name is Ida.
Okay.
Lighthouse for him. And this woman sings so beautifully. Why? Because this man has given her exposure. The man is not feeling insecure. And the lady has also committed her heart to the man that because you have given me exposure, I'm not running away from you. So even if I go to XYZ, I'm still coming back home. And that is our problem. There are some pastors that have used their credibility on their singers, held them, giving them exposure. And because few churches can know them, now if the pastor is calling them, they feel too big to come to that entire board they started from. And that is when many people feel like if that is the case, I will not allow you to go anywhere. So our character plays a role, and sometimes the insecurities from the pastors to also play the role. But it started from us. Most of the singers started that. So our exposure is key. Then the last time is consistency in what you do. You polish it till it shine. Okay. And I think if you do that, God will grant us grace and people will buy your craft and you'll be a blessing to the nation. God bless you all.
God bless you all. So for has signed now. So this is the show, as you all know. We'll be live once again next week, Tuesday. Kindly join us and kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please subscribe, The Most TV Official on YouTube. The Most TV, please subscribe and share our videos. Anytime you receive a link, kindly share and share your ideas, comment. That is how can we all grow together. Then one day we'll see someone will be like, hey, so this person has been part of us since until now. When we are awarding people, he will also be counted. Don't stay in the house and be like, I'm sharing and all that. Even after hour, you stay in the night to watch. How much more The Most TV? Just 30 minutes, 1 hour, you don't want to stay. But after I'll power you into share link. Now I share. Please, let's subscribe, let's share, and keep watching the channel. God bless you so much.
All right. You see, let me just come into it with this. It is not because Alpha or Power or
most people
I've said it from scratch. Nobody leaves what works. We at The Most TV here, patch all for people to subscribe. Do you know something? People going up and down, seeing even the ministers, you can even send your flyer to somebody, share it on my status for program. The person feel too big. How much of the megabyte will your phone consume when you share somebody's flyer? But our problem is, some people, unless they are on your program, before they can share. So my advice to you is that just observe those that are close to what you are doing. When you get there and they are coming, they are the people you charge. There are some people, they come to me, they can come, even now, they can call me also for your program, mommy. I will leave everything and go and do and not even take one CD. Why? They believed in me from scratch.
Okay.
So that
so
is
for crowds, let me be before when someone invites you to come and preach or teach, do you charge?
No, I don't. But you see,
but you take an away.
I don't. The reason why I'm saying I don't is not because enye.
Okay, but
obi born in nipa ikubra. When you do it for free for the first person, second time, third time, fourth time, they feel you do it for free. When I was emceeing program from scratch, I've never done program for people, even till now. Our friend, I'm a bobo amount. I've never done that before. I've emceed Henry Soti's program. Bisano, say my Genius Kada. I have never called pay XYZ. Charles Foley, he's not in Ghana now, he's in Germany. His album launch, I drafted the program outline. Many people don't know. I emceed the program. So we got to the fundraising part and I handed the microphone over to Prophet Alex Nananshira. He's in Community 11. So now the man, when he sees me, he recognizes me very well. I handed the microphone over. We closed the program. So for I said, no, Minjuiska. So no, I said, Jimmy baby. I said, Minjuiska. Baby, I hear corner what? Mean to Minjuiska. Me here watching. And that is how he have loved me from scratch. So you see, it is not everything about money.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would need the most TV sometime to come. And it is not because they have called me when you say a member. Okay. One day when you need them and they also call their price, can you pay? Yes, that is it. So don't worry. Those that are genuine with you, your fans, just allow them, let them flow. The people that are not genuine, they have been observing. When you start interviewing Sonny Bedu and the rest, and by then they are bringing their letters, your person, your mom will interview you, tell them go through process. And the person will feel like, I'm telling me, boss, you will go. Yes. Even one of my local churches, I have told them that as you are looking down on me, when I hit a level and you need me, you call me, I will charge you.
Yes.
The elder got angry. I repeated it 3 times in front of him. I wasn't scared of him. Me brena me ko scratch anajo me ndana koyaba na misu ade na me bie mitrim na me komanim. Ujin say ya na meka. That is why sometimes my problem with some of the pastors is that mom looking down on the singers in their church because waka ko invite big artists be back to come and rub their faces there. We are wine now. Don't worry. Amachi de mu nyina ba kokra. Enya kwa abo na eba. So ni bedu mu nyina beko. Yenso ye beba. So if you rub my face in the dust like that and I get there, you call me. I want to come. Okay. That is it.
And it's Sinatra say on corner so you have any issues.
Oh, I need a different issue. I need a software.
Okay. Okay.
So God bless you. This to your boy Elisa Hinibo Wisu. Ya odagati nyametiasi. Ya mebo me hwe ni September October mo se niam atoto ya lamba no be sabaso. And this time round you be call bigger space. Na ya de ahye nyame de nyam. Niam nyina atoto ya be ma the most for crab be twa.
Nyam betiti. Nyam de nyam betiti. E wasa
Yankopon hira nyina.
Streaming. Please we stream. We do live streaming. We do sound reinforcements. We do graphic and design. Yeah, recordings. We do interviews. Yeah, we do a lot of things. Today I want prayer. Also for our kaseka, we want prayer. Than our prayer.
Me mfra with that because to be a management. Mean to mean sorry prayer ko pemba me frɛ.
Also okay.
Say yep. U project program na to. Now we are what deliberate on the ade betutu akoyam. And say kwaye impromptu na call na ba. E say niam nyina toto yi. Ndi na me ka say me mfra minister bi amba. Obi asem we me de be share fridge mu. Ba nka na me pese fika.
What dey share fridge mu?
Interestingly, as you were saying some of the challenges, some of the gospel ministers face is that waba program na see we no. They expect you to sing, raise money for them before they pay you from the money you have raised for them. And it is disrespect. Unko from human mercy, born human mercy bejo 15,000. No catch your human mercy say oba be release fund mommy and some amount of 15,000. It is an insult.
Okay.
Aye. Into wo friend no bo an ho to ho. The same way if I want the most TV and the most TV will take me X amount. Even though they have not called an amount. Except me prepare way to say this is what I'll give to the most TV. I don't want them to come before or my buy answer. Immediately I see you coming from your car doing your setup. I have made my envelope. Also, this is what sir. I just sort you out and let the job go smoothly like that. Because I'm one free baby and one program. No.
So you have a kind heart and then you know God will help you throughout this week. God bless you all for watching the D show tonight. See you next week.